our transparency went very deep into the business. So people a long way removed from the sort of executive C-suite understood the impacts of their actions on the financials of the business and why it mattered, and were therefore able to make good decisions in the absence of a senior person telling them, you can do it within this range or within that range. And so the principle was push decision making as far from the center as you can, as close to the customer and to the factory floor as you can. To do that, you have to spread information as far out from the center as you can. And that requires trust, because people get information that can be used competitively against you. And we had some instances where people abused information. But the net benefit way outweighs the risks. And we had the same approach to buyers and potential strategic partners. We were consistently more transparent than they expected us to be about what was going on inside the business, what we were developing, what our financials looked like even. And that transparency brings with it risks that people could come and compete with you. My argument was always, if knowing one or two financial metrics from our business helps someone come and beat us, then we've got a very tenuous competitive advantage. Our competitive advantage has to be deeper than someone with a look at our EBITDA margin can come and compete with us. That just can't be. If that's what you're relying on, you're in serious trouble as a business. Yeah. And the second one was if you're transparent with people and they can see you being consistently transparent, then when you do tell them something down the track, they trust you because you've been transparent. And I think that played a really big role in our exits. We had 2 consecutive due diligences by international listed businesses, one from Italy, one from Sweden. And they sent teams of lawyers from London and the US, and the feedback we got at the end of those due diligences was, it's exactly what you told us. There's nothing that you didn't tell us up front. And we're a little surprised and concerned that we can't find anything that you haven't told us. And so I think for me, that process of establishing trust over a long period of time by being transparent and consistent is a hugely important driver of value in a buyer's mind when they're buying. It takes away a lot of the risk from them in terms of, is there something here that I'm missing? Yeah. And we had the same rule with our board. It was absolute transparency on bad news. When there was bad news in the business, they knew within 30 seconds. I was on the phone. This is what's gone wrong. This is what's happened. This is why. This is what we messed up. This is what we're going to do to fix it. And so when your board hear instantly from you that there's a problem, then they stop asking you questions all the time because they know you're going to tell them. They don't have to dig. Same with buyers and same with our staff internally. They didn't have to wonder if there was a subtle underlying agenda because it was just open. This is what we try to do. And that transparency has risks, and some people really don't like it, and it doesn't fly in some environments. But for me, it's simplified the matter of building trust massively, and trust is central to achieving anything great in business.